Oh, you're streaming on YouTube now?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? You all get a chance to see me work right now. So I am going to be demonstrating fulfilling orders with the Automizer if we're doing some of the designs and design mock-ups, but primarily I'm actually working on pulling these over so that they become content for banners for your stores. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it and y'all get to see my workflow. We have a session at 2 p.m. today for those who are in the Shopify challenge. So make sure that you're there at 2. And I'll go ahead and design with you in the meantime. Y'all get to watch me work. Right, I'm working on order number 1078. And right now I have the banner file pulled up. There are some images that need to be switched out here. So for this to be 1078, I'm going to go ahead and switch out my images here. So we have a few source images we're going to change out. All right, this one right here, we're going to right click and replace contents, and we're going to look for the 1078 version of the artwork here. So I'm going to go into a 1078. All right, and I have some assets there. We have our web images, and then we have our product images here. So if this looks familiar, this is the output from the Automizer. And I'm just going to simply replace this image with this bundle image. Just hit place. And some of you asked me, well, what is the difference in doing what I'm doing right now? And of course, doing the update all modified content. Levi, please don't touch that. Right click. We're going to replace the contents. And then we're going to look for the Tumblr image here. Place that. And honestly, I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to export this because these aren't quite exported like we need them to be for the purposes of them being product images. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of here and why we're going to export these a certain way. Okay. So really these assets are not saved how we need them to be. And I think this is a perfect learning opportunity. Although they are exported as PNG, they were exported from the right-hand side here, which means that it's only going to be the extents of the image. What we want to do is we want to export them as PNG from the file menu so that it has the appropriate sizing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to delete this PNG folder. And how we get to that is through I'm going to have to unzip this here. Let's go ahead. Let's make sure that this is where all of our original images are. Okay, and let's go ahead and just extract this folder. And while that's extracting, I'm going to go ahead and go back so that we have the original version here. And I'll show you the full steps to pulling from the Automizer file, pulling the images so that it does go to what we need it to be for the banners and then also for the product images for Shopify. All right, let's see if we are done extracting now. We're still extracting that file. And this will be 1078. $10.78 is Tamisha. So Tamisha, we're working on yours right now. All right, let's check on our zip file. We're almost done. We're just gonna let it take its time. And there it goes for us. All right, so this is 1078. I'm gonna go into, and what I'll do, I like to view the large icon so that I can see what's going on. We're going to open up the TIFF file here. Okay, and I'm going to show you what you would have to do in order to get the appropriate scale of the images here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up into this folder right here. And for those who submitted your images, you will get this file. Okay, so you'll get a chance to get this file. And it'll have all of these elements in it, but I wanted to still show you how things are done so that you're understanding how to do this for yourself. Yeah, I have that set up. You can take it off if you want to. Okay, so let's go ahead and export these products. I'm gonna go to File, Export. Quick export is PNG. The reason why I'm doing it from File, well, first, let me go ahead and turn on the background. For this one, we're going to turn on the background. The reason why I'm doing it from File is because when you do it from File, it's going to take the entire extent of the canvas. If you do the quick export from PNG from the layer, it's only going to do the extent where there is positive data, meaning it won't get the negative space. It won't get the full square. There are times when it's going to be better for you to get the exact image, and there are going to be times where it's better for you to get the whole square around it. You want the whole square around it for a product image because you don't want some of your products being skinny and some of them being square, some of them being even longer or portrait. You want all of your images to show up on your page as a square. So that's why I'm doing it from the File, Export. Quick export is PNG from the File menu. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete all the images here. Because we want the right size images when we bring them into our Shopify store. All right, so I'm going to hit cancel just so I can make sure it has the full name here. We'll go export, quick export is PNG, and then I'm going to put the order number in front of this. Okay, so that is 1078. All right, and it's going to save this into our product images folder. And I'm just going to make a new folder so I know that these are the new PNGs and not the old ones. Because if you save it the wrong way, you don't know until you upload it into your Shopify store, and then you're wondering why your listings are not looking even and clean. All right, so these are new PNGs. I'm going to go ahead and place it in there. So I'm going to have a total of 6 images. I'm going to have this one, which I can use as a bundle. Okay, and then I'm going to take this folder here, which is just going to give me the extent of this, this collection right here. It will not have the background. I'll right click, quick export as PNG only for that product. Okay, and then for this one, I'm going to call that one 1078-space. Okay. And then for the other products, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to open each one of them up. Open it up. You see how when it opens up, it's in its own square here. That square is going to make sure that all of my product images are the exact same size and the exact same ratio. So whether I have something tall like this luggage tag, or I have something wide like a banner or a blanket, regardless, it's going to be in the same size square and it's going to have the same resolution with all of my product listings. That's very important for a Shopify store so that you have consistency. You don't want little images, big images, things going to that all the way, off the edge and then things barely being in the middle. If you do it this way, you will have consistency with your store. So here I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go Export. Quick Export as PNG. I want to do my quick export as PNG from here because I want that extra space that's around it so that all my product listings have a square. All right, and here I put the order number 1078-space. Okay, closing that one out. I go onto the Tumblr, click on this one, and then same thing, File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. And then I'm going to do 1078-space, simple. Next, I'm going to do the 13x19 shirt. File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. 1078-space. And just to give you all credit, like you all came up with some beautiful work, some beautiful concepts, your logos, all of that stuff that you submitted. I cannot wait to see all of this stuff in action. All right, from here, same thing, File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. All right, so now that would be all 6 of the images that I need in order to create my banners and to create the content for the Shopify store. So now I can close out of this and I can close out of this. I don't need to save any changes here because I did not make any changes. But now I can go in and replace the elements, and it should be replacing the exact sizes that I need. So I'm going to right click for 1063 and I'm going to replace the contents. I'm going to my 1078 folder. My new PNGs, this is what I'm going to do. Let me make sure. I'm going to go ahead and put all of these in the product images folder. So nothing is in the product images folder now. I'm going to go ahead and take the new PNG files, and I actually need to do this outside of that open menu. I need to do it here. So 1078, I'll go to my new PNGs, go ahead and copy all of those. Actually, I will cut them so I don't get confused. Let's go back to my Shopify assets, my web images, and my product images. Now you all will see that you have my product images in there, and then you can go ahead and replace them with your own. Okay, and now this is where we will be saving all of the work that we're doing here. You will need information before you get started with the banners. You'll need the hex codes for that particular store. So I'm going to grab your hex codes from the form that you filled out. Okay, give me just a second. I'm color coding things as I go. All right, so this one hex code is be here. I'm going to go ahead and change out the hex code before I even change out the graphics. Okay, we'll go ahead and change that. I'll copy and paste. And then once you know your hex codes, you just use those over and over again. It's going to be a part of your branding. Okay, let's go to color number 2. Change that out. Update that. Then automatically should see this come together with that brand color. And then of course we need the logo. So I'll go to the logo for that. Here's your logo here. And Let's right click and we'll save this image as, and we're going to put it into our 1078 folder. And it looks like it's already there, but I'm just going to put it here anyway. Okay. And now this logo is the logo that we'll use to replace here. We'll just double click on the logo. We'll get rid of the previous logo and then do File. Actually, let's do a little drag and drop. The logo right here. You just drag and drop it right onto the artboard. And I'm going to resize it. Usually it's going to require more like a square logo for the favicon. So I'll show you what we'll do in this case. So this is going to work for the main website because it can have a wider image. For a favicon, it has to be a square. So and I'll show you what that looks like. So that logo is on here, and we can actually make this a little bit bigger because you do have this entire space that you can use. Now for the favicon, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it's really, really tiny. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the image here. Let's open that up. And then we're going to make sure that we get more of the square part of this logo. And that's what we really want to show up on the browser. So the tab of the browser usually has a tiny little logo on there. Now it will be your branded logo. It does not, like, it's looking pixelated because it is extremely tiny. But usually when you see it in a browser, you don't see the pixels. It is a really, really tiny logo. Okay, so that's set up. Now I'm going to go ahead and change out my images here. So let's go to this bundle image. I'm going to right click on the gray area or the name of the layer. Go to replace contents. And here is where we have our images. And I'm just going to make sure we're in the right folder for 1078. All right, so our web images, product images, and we're going to grab this one here. Okay, and it should just exactly place those. Same thing with the tumblers now. Right click, replace the contents, and our tumblers right there. So it should exactly replace these elements now. There's the bag tag, right click, replace contents. That's our bag tag. And we have a 13 by 19 shirt, right click, replace contents. There's our 13 by 19 shirt. And y'all can see that even though these are the same exact templates, every time you change up the colors, the text, the messaging, and especially the subject image, that all of these are going to look different. So I don't want you to be concerned that you're using a template. I want you to be concerned that every single week you could be putting out new products and new designs because you're using templates. All right, so let's go ahead and replace contents for this one. That would be the all over version. And we'll just turn it on so we can activate it and see there. This looks good. All right. Now we'll have an option to have some different banners here. You can show off that you can bundle and save. You can talk about your new item with your tumblers. Basically, there's text here that you can modify to show off whatever you want to show off for that banner. What we're going to do here is we're going to show off that you can make custom shirts. All right, so where it says bundle here, well, actually, let's go ahead and save the bundle and save, because this is one that I think is going to be really helpful for you. So this one that says bundle and save, let's right click, go to the banner header there. I'm going to right click and quick export as PNG. Might take a little second to pop up on the screen here. All right, so in this folder, we go to our assets, web images. Now we're going to go inside of our banner images. And this one is the one for, we have a banner for the bundle, the all over, and the center print. Yes, we want to save over that, because you all will have a file with all of my images on it. Okay, so we'll do the bundle. Turn that off. Turn on the all over shirt. We'll go to the text here. And then for this one, I want to put design your shirts, because you all have a designer on your website now. So, so this one is going to be helpful. Let's just do we're going to do the 13 by 19. There we go. So it'll say design your shirts. Okay, so then this banner will be able to click on the product that allows them to design their shirts, or the category or collection that allows them to design their own stuff. All right, so we'll right click, go to this banner, right click and quick export as PNG. Let's just give it a moment, it's thinking. All right, and for this one, what I'm going to do is this one, instead of saying banner bundle, this one will say banner design shirt. Okay, so we're just going to have those two banners there. And of course, you can make as many banners as you want. You can make all of these banners clickable that will take people to different collections based on what they're clicking on. But for right now, we're just going to keep it really simple. Do those two banners. And then for categories, we want 3 categories going across the page. It makes it look clean. It makes it kind of funnel the products down, because you'll have 4 products, but 3 collections, and then 1 banner at the top. So it will essentially create a funnel for your visual experience. Okay, and for this one, we will have a grad collection. So we can actually go ahead and just save that one. We're going to quick export. This one as PNG. And if you want to play with this further, you can change out the colors here. You can change out the text here. There's a full tutorial on how to use this template. I'm just doing this for the sake of giving you all something to go ahead and upload your on your stores and get things started. So this one will be our collection images. And this particular collection is for grad. So I'm just going to click on the existing grad one and replace it. And hit yes to replace. And then next, we're going to have a summer collection. Okay, so I'm going to change the image in the background to the summer collection image. Okay, right click here, go to collection, quick export as PNG. Okay, and for this one, it's going to be our summer collection. Then the other one we need is event collection. So we'll just get ready to do that one. And then your goal is, if you don't have things to put in each of these collections, start building your designs and building your products out so that you can put things into those collections. And you can literally do that every single week in the Innate Academy. Every single week, y'all are doing a live class, switching up a design and creating something. So if you take that as an opportunity to create products for those categories every single week, you will never stop creating for your store. All right, so I think that is all of those there. Now what I'm going to do is zoom out and go ahead and get my logos. I want to get my logo from here because it's going to be the appropriate size that I need. Okay, so logo here, quick export as PNG. It's still going to go into my web images folder. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my events. My apologies, y'all. Got ahead of myself. I still need to do event here, so I need to change this one out from summer to event collection, and then I will take the summer image, turn it off, turn on the event collection, and then I can save that one. So I can save over that event collection. And now you'll see that it's going to be branded the colors for this business and not the existing template colors. All right, so now that one is done. Now I can go over here and grab my logo. And we want to grab the whole artboard here. Quick export as PNG. And then I'm going to go to my main web images folder. All right, and this one. Let's save that there. And the favicon, right click here, go to my favicon. Quick export as PNG. So now I should have my favicon, my logo, my product images, which are the individual products we're selling, the collection images, which are the thumbnails that represent the entire collection, and then the banner image is the image that'll go across the entire top of the homepage. So that will be all the pieces that I need. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out here, and then I'm going to make sure that I save this as well. All right, so we can go ahead and save this one. And this whole thing is done now. I can close out a 1078 now. Okay, and I'm just going to check my 1078 folder, make sure I have everything for the client. Make sure all of my Shopify assets are there. Nothing should be in this folder. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up so I don't have any additional stuff there. In the Shopify assets folder, this is the template that we were just working on. Then we will need the logo, favicon. You'll need that for your Shopify install. And you have your product images, collections, and banners. That's everything we need. And then now what I can do is I can go ahead and move on to my next order. So this one is no longer in the PNG phase. This one is done. So I'm going to cut that out and put it in my done folder. And then let's see, 1071. Let me check on that one real quick. Make sure you have everything you need for your Shopify assets. Go to the web images, and I can see we have the logo, the favicon. Now this one is going to show the square around the logo and the favicon because it was not a PNG. But that may actually be on purpose because you may want to be able to see the two logo colors, and otherwise it would just be one color. You wouldn't have the two colors. So I'm going into my product images. And what I'm doing when I click on them, I'm just making certain that they are showing up inside of the square. So this one is good. Looking at my collection images, I have event, grad, and summer. Perfect. Go into my banner images. Okay. And then we have our bundle and save and design your shirt banner. Okay. And that's really all we're going to be uploading on the top of the website so that you have something that switches. If you have movement at the top of your page, it will get more attention than just a static image. All right. So that one is good to go. All right, so now let's go to, I'm going to check on 1063. So 1071, that was Elizabeth Thompson. And I'm just color coding here on my other form. So when I'm color coding it so that I know when I work through an order that it's actually done here. All right, let's keep working. And let's see what I have going on for 1066. I'll check and see if it has the product images in there. And really, I want to make sure that they're the right size. So I'm going to go ahead and open one up. If it doesn't, so this one, so I was explaining that if it's not in the square, then it will potentially cause issues there. So let's check and see. I don't think that it is. And this one actually might be. So 1066 looks like it might be the right sizes here. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on this project. So we'll go to the template here. And we'll go ahead and start changing this one out. First thing we'll do is go ahead and change out the colors. So 1066 is Pamela. So that's the one I'm actively working on right now. The hex code, the first one, I copied it from the form, and I'm going to paste it. That's color number 1. Let's go ahead and copy color number 2. All right, so that was easy to go ahead and set up those colors. Next, we're going to go ahead and pull in the logo. So I'll just double click on the logo. And then we'll go to our 1066 folder. And let's see, the logo's already there. And let me do a little drag and drop here. Perfect. Delete the existing logo. Make this one a little bit bigger. Close out. We'll hit yes to save. Right, a favicon fits in there perfect because it's already a square. So let me zoom out, do Control-0 to zoom out, see what we're working with. I'm going to go ahead and change my bundle out here. And then you'll have all your product photos in this folder. So what I'm going to do is, because we're only exporting 2 banners now, I'm just going to change out 2 of these so we can go ahead and get this rolling. So let's right click and replace contents. I'm going to go to our 166 folder. Okay, and I go inside of the assets, web images, product images, and I'll go ahead and change out this one. And then I'll also change out the shirt here. So replace contents with the 13 by 19. There it is right there. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to do the bundle and save. Right click, go to the banner, right click, quick export as PNG. You'll see me start to work faster through this because I'm no longer explaining. Now I'm just producing. So we can all go ahead and get through this part. Right. So for this one, I'm going to the web images folder, going to the banner images, and this one's going to be the banner bundle. Save that. Yes, because I'm going to save all of these existing one. I'll turn that one off, turn on the 13 by 19. And this one, instead of the word bundle, we're going to turn on design your, and then instead of and save, we're going to turn on the shirts. Okay, so right click, go to the banner, right click, quick export as PNG. And give it just a second. So now we'll have a design your shirts banner. And you can see how this can go really quickly, especially if you're not live streaming. I'm actually on Zoom live and live streaming on YouTube. So you can imagine that it's using up some additional resources. For this one, I'm just going to take that last word and put design. All right, now that's done. I'm going to do my categories next. So if I hold down the space bar, this turns into like a Michael Jackson glove, and I can push things around here. I'm going to go ahead and save my grad collection first because it's already set up and ready to go. Right click, quick export as PNG. And there we go. Now I go to my web images, go to my collection images now. I should have 3 there. Oh, yep, I do want to replace grad. Yes. Okay. Next, I want to change out to the next image. So instead of grad, I'm going to turn that off and turn on the event. So I'll take the word grad, right click on it, Turn that eyeball off. This is already set up for y'all. Just turn on the word event. Okay, now for this one, go to my collection, right click, quick export as PNG. And give it a moment to get it prepared. Right, and then we'll call this one the event collection. It's already there. We're just going to replace what's there. Okay, and then we just need one more collection. We'll go ahead and activate the image so we know what that one is. And this one will be the summer collection. So we'll go where it says event, turn off event, and turn on summer. All right, and again, go to the collection, right click, quick export as PNG. All right, replace summer. Yep. Then the only thing we need now is our logo and our favicon. So I'm going to zoom out. Come on over here to where the logo and favicon are. Right click, get our logo PNG, right click on the artboard and quick export as PNG. On the outside of the web images folder, it has a logo and favicon we're going to replace. There's a logo and favicon. We'll create our quick export as PNG, that favicon. Yes, we'll replace. And the reason why I give y'all files that I want you to replace is so that you understand the structure. Because if I just tell you to save stuff, no matter what I tell you to save it as or where I tell you to save it, you necessarily don't listen to that. So when you have to replace the files, you're getting to understand the structure and the principles behind why I have the folders the way that I have them, and also why I'm naming them what I'm naming them, so that you're learning while you're designing. Okay, so that is the reason why I give you the structure with my files in it. Now you can use my files. If you don't have anything, that's exactly what I want you to do. Use my files so that you get to understand how to upload images, how to structure your Shopify store. And then once you actually start developing your own images, then you will have things to add. But I'm giving you images that you might very well be able to sell in your store right now. So it's a win-win. Okay, just at least apply it, learn it, do it, and then you can iteratively get better. If you want to freestyle after you get the point, then freestyle later. But for now, I want y'all to stay with this structure, stay with this mode so that you can get really good at it. Okay. All right. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and save 1066. And then I'm just going to check and make sure 1066 has everything that it needs. And I'm just closing down a bunch of these extra folders because every time I extract, it basically opens up a new folder. All right, so let's go to 1066. Let's check it out. My Shopify assets are here. I have, and I can go view large icons if I kind of want to see what's in there. Go to my web images. I have my logo and my favicon. Perfect. I want to check on my product images, make sure I have 6 product images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good deal. My collection images, I have 3 collections. And then for my banners, I should have 2 custom banners, 1 and 2. Perfect. So now this one is ready to go. I can go up 1 level and I can take my 1066 whole folder now. And I'm going to drop it in my done folder, which is just a letter D. And then I get to feel a little bit happier when I see this, the done folder kind of collecting and adding up. All right, and y'all have a treat, Coach Najla, who is our Shopify specialist, who's going to help you build your main page of your Shopify store today. So that's why I need y'all to make sure y'all get in the room on time, 2 o'clock. We only have a little bit more time before that time comes. And Coach Najla is going to show you how to use the banner elements that you all started with yesterday, how to create the structure of your page. And then from there, those who want to replace the designs or want to learn how to design yourself with the Automizer and then also with the banner template, we will have a separate opportunity. So 5 o'clock today, you'll have an opportunity to design with me, and you'll get a chance to design your products. On Sunday at 2 o'clock, you'll have the opportunity to design your banners with me. Okay, but you had to have already had your products done in order to design your banners. Okay, so the whole point of the Shopify challenge was not to learn Photoshop, but so many of you expressed that you wanted to learn this, that we're going to give you opportunities to apply the Photoshop learning as well. Okay. And that way you're a beast because you have your Shopify up and running. Plus, you know how to create new products. And I want you to use that as an excuse to make new designs or new products every single week. All right. So you will have the full understanding of what to do. All right, so I am done with 1066. I'm going to go ahead and mark that as dark blue, letting me know that I am complete with that one. And next I am on 1067. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to check the web images and the product images just to see if the product images are the right size. I can tell if I open it up. All I really need to see is our 13 by 19 and there it is. Okay, looks good. As a matter of fact, let me check. Close down this one. And let's open up this one. This will be 1067. All right, let's go ahead and start switching these out. All right, so let's start again with the hex codes. Go ahead and get in there a little bit. Smart color 1, double click. Now 1067 is, that's Morticia. Okay, so Morticia. I'm working on yours right now. All right, first thing I'm going to do is copy the hex code for color number 1. Double click here. Paste the hex code, hit enter, close out, yes to save. Then I'm going to go grab my other hex code. Hopefully I can talk as fast as I'm working. All right, so that's color number 2. Oh, I lied. It's not color number 2. I think it actually has a 0 in that field for color number 2. Hold on a second. We might have, that's not color number 1 either. That was the other one. I'll say I know Morticia's colors. It just has a 0 there, which I'm thinking that's probably because 0 is black, and then I have a third color. So let me check that out, see what that is. There it is, the gold. I'll roll with that. All right, perfect. Yep, that's more of her colors. Let's go ahead and grab the logo. And I'm going to view large icons so I can see what's here. So I don't have the logo in here. I'm going to go ahead and grab her logo from the form. And this one is a JPEG. Let me see if she gave me a PNG. Okay. So because this is one of my Shopify Accelerator folks, I'm going to fix this because I got to make sure the accelerator is right. Let me go ahead. This is what, 1067? Because this is a JPEG and at least this gets to be a teachable moment. So I'm going to put the JPEG logo in here. All right, that's the JPEG version of it, the solid color. And then there's also a multicolor version of it. I'm going to see if I can clean the background out of that one. I think I can. So we'll use the color version of it if we can. If we cannot, we'll use the black and white version. All right, so let's open that up. We need this to be a PNG so that it doesn't have a background. Right now it has a background. So I'm gonna take my magic wand, get all the stuff from the outside here, make sure it got inside where it needed to. Then I'm gonna select inverse. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and create a clipping mask, make sure it looks clean and good. And from here, it's not completely what I want it to be because it still has some stuff inside of here. I want to clean that up. And if I tell it to select the same fill color, I do feel like it would get some of the white in here, but we can do that. Select. I'm gonna make the tolerance really tiny, like a 5. And then I'll tell it to select the same fill color. Yeah, it's grabbing too much of that white. Let's see, I'm gonna try one more thing, deselect what I have. All right. Next thing is I'm going to make the tolerance be very low again. This time I'll do a 3. And instead of contiguous, I'm going to take contiguous off. So to look for the white wherever. It's finding too much white. So I'm just going to go with it like this. It's going to be very little white. The background is going to be white anyway. But for me, I would, let's see, let's put contiguous back on. I'm just really struggling with seeing this like this, especially being that it's one of my accelerator folks. And I know she has PNG versions of her logo. I'm positive of that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and just crop this so that it doesn't have all of this extra space here. For some reason. I just want to get right tight into the logo, but I don't want to cut anything off. So I'm giving a little bit of space outside of the logo. All right, so I hit enter. Now I'm going to call this, I'm going to save this as a PNG. So I know it is a PNG. So I have to hit save a copy. Then I'll save this as a PNG. All right. All right, so now I have my logo. I feel better about this. We can close out of that. I won't save the JPEG because it's technically not a JPEG anymore, but now I can get rid of the logo that's there. And now I can drag and drop my new PNG version of the logo here. There we go. And close out of this, hit yes to save, and it should update that. All right, so now we have the logo, favicons changed. Let's go ahead and change out. We got to make sure that we are selected on the move tool, not the crop tool anymore. Let's change out this image, right click, and replace contents. Let's go inside of our assets folder, web images, and our product images. And we're going to switch out for that bundle image. All right, so we have our bundle and save. And then the only other thing we're going to change out is this 13 by 19, right click, replace contents. And I'm going to look for my 13 by 19, place that one. Let's go ahead and save these banners. So this banner, I click on the word banner here, quick export as PNG. And give it this moment. I'm going to move out of the product images folder and go to the banner images folder. And this is the one for the bundle. I'll hit save and replace it. All right. Next is pretty simple. We're going to turn off the bundle image, turn on the 13 by 19, replace the word bundle with design your, take off the and save, and let's do shirts. All right, right click, go to the word banner, right click on the banner, and quick export as PNG. Give that a moment to catch up with us. And this one, instead of banner bundle, I'm going to say this is banner design. All right. Next, I just export my logo. Quick export as PNG. Go to my web images. Do the logo there. Logo here for my favicon. Quick export as PNG on the favicon word. And that way I have my favicon there. And again, I'm just going to check my folder. Make sure in the Shopify assets folder we have everything. First, I'll go ahead and save this. I was not doing the save dance. I'm going to go to view large icon. So I have my entire file here saved. Go to my web images. I have my banner images 1 and 2. I have my collection images. Should be 3. Oh, I didn't do my collection. See, this is why I go back and check. Because what'll happen is I'll think I'm all done with this and then I'll have issues. So let's go to our collection here. We have our grad collection. Right click, quick export as PNG. I went out of order. I did my logos before I did my collection. Usually I do the banners, then the collection, then the logos. All right, so let's right click, quick export as PNG for collection. And I know this is my grad collection, so I'm going to replace that, hit save and yes. Next, I'll change out the grad to event, change out the word grad, change out the word grad to event. Export this PNG. All right. Oh, you know what? I meant to tell y'all while y'all are on YouTube. that we do have a sale on the Automizer just for today to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was $900, now it is at $300. So if you are interested in that, I would take full advantage because it happens every once in a blue moon. So I would go ahead and do that ASAP Rocky. All right. Okay. If you need the link to that, let me go ahead and get that for you real quick. Now this session is eating up my resources. Like all of this internet is driving my computer crazy. Photoshop, streaming on Zoom, streaming on YouTube, and I have Chrome open. That's why I believe in investing in quality computers, because my computers have to be able to take and to last. All right, let me see if I can grab this link for y'all. I'm doing too much right now. But what's new? All right, let me go ahead and get y'all this link for the Automizer. All right, y'all. I'll put it on the YouTubeage. There you go. And if you're not familiar with what the Automizer is, I just posted a video today of the mini Automizer we did in the Shopify challenge. But that's how all of these products are designed, with the same exact elements. And we have a modified version of the Automizer that we are releasing next week, where it is a lot simpler. It's just like the one we did for 223. So 223 was simpler, less components. I don't know if y'all noticed that. If you haven't done 223 yet because you weren't in the Shopify challenge, if you're VIP, you have a chance to do it today in our Saturday class. So if you want to see what the Automizer is about, come to the class at 5 p.m. today, even if you're not in the Shopify challenge. If you're in the Shopify challenge, or you're a VIP, Platinum VIP, which is our Craft to Quit program, Inner Circle, or Shopify Accelerator, you get to come to the live class for free anyway. So just make sure that you're there. If you're curious at all about the Automizer and what it has to offer, we're going to do a live file for that, y'all. Okay, and this is how all of these images were created from just one design. All right, so I will see y'all in class today, and I'll be helping y'all out with that. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. We have one more, I think, to switch out to. Let's do summer. Change the word from event to summer. It's just taking a little moment to gather his brain cells and get my PNG ready. All right, so I'm going to replace summer collection, save over that. And now I can save this entire file. And now I'm going to go back and make sure that all of my images are updated. Okay, my collection images look good. Banner images, collection images. and product images are all good to go. Now that this entire order is complete, I go to my 1067. To make sure everything is there. Okay, and I'm going to put all my source images and my order information, all of that in this folder. So be nice and clean when you get the link. Okay. 1067 is now complete. I can do Control X, take it out of that folder, put it in my done folder, and then mark it done on my Google Sheets list. Now I can mark that as dark blue. 1067 is done. All right, I think I have time to maybe do, if I stop talking so much, have time to do a couple more, but I want you all to be getting prepared for those of you who are in the Shopify challenge, get prepared for class. You all are going to be in that room. I will still be observing in the room. I will be in the background, letting Coach Natasha do her thing because this is something that she really enjoys doing. This is not the fun part for me, y'all, but I understand it's a necessary part. So I am willing to coach it, teach it, and encourage you through it just because I know you have to do it. You must do it in order to be the businesses that you want to be with your creative assets. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and close off of this live so we can go ahead and get ready to be in the Zoom room for everyone who's participating in the Shopify challenge. For those who are not participating in the Shopify challenge, but your VIP, Platinum VIP, Inner Circle, or Shopify Accelerator, you're welcome to come meet us in the room at 5 p.m. for our design session where we actually use this Automizer to design these products right here, okay? All right, all right. Let me go ahead and save this and close this on out before I close out of the wrong thing. And like I said, this is what y'all are going to be working on today. Okay, so you'll also get this graphic. It has the words on there. You can edit the words, you can edit the colors and the style of it. It even transforms to a Barbie design, so I'll be showing you that. But that's it, y'all. This is ready to go. All right, so hopefully if you're taking advantage of the Automizer deal, then you've already clicked on that link. The deal ends 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our Memorial Day sale. I may send an email just to let you all know about it so that you won't have an excuse as why you missed it this time around, okay? All right, so I love y'all. I appreciate you dearly. Until next time, bye. Emma says bye too. Bye, y'all.